Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. So for this quest here, it kind of is again towards the southwestern corner of Evening Star. And the quest giver here is Ingval Muth, and he gives us a quest called the Riddle. Now the quest itself is located just a little bit further south, kind of in this ruined building here. Alright, so like always, our first thing here, we are going to get a little bit of hireling, just in case. Now, in this quest, there are a lot of plant-based creatures, so they do like to use that acid. Though, now that we are in an epic level here, our character will have evasion, that's the word I'm looking for. So it's really not as bad as it used to be. So as you enter, you'll see the guy up top. And we gotta head through. So you can actually hop right down right away. There are a bunch of guys here. But doing so, you do miss out on a very large portion of the quest, which may contain some specifics. Again, I do not remember. It's been a long time since I've actually run this quest. So what I'm actually going to do here, I'm just going to port back to the start. And instead of hopping right down, we're actually going to head off to the right and head through the tunnel this way. So obviously not everybody's going to want to hop down. Obviously you can. From there, I know all you got to do is, I believe, head left once you're at the bottom. But we're gonna work our way all the way around, and you'll see where we meet up, because eventually we will have to run past that point. That's what it was. There we go. Oh, my collectibles. Alright, so from here, we just want to continue heading east. And as you see, it does have two directions here. So just to the south, we got some will-o-wisps. Got a nice little collectible. And then continuing east down this path, kind of loops around here. Now this whole quest is basically a giant maze. Now if you are wanting to go through and do the whole thing, down each and every little path, by all means. Okay, so I'm just going to clear that, just to show that that is a dead end there. And again, we're just going to continue. Now, this is the other path here that would loop around. Then we're just going to head north. Now, when we reach north, here's going to be our couple of young women here. They're kind of asking some riddles. Now, the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to transform into some hags. And they're going to kind of go off in their own direction. Alright, these are not those ones yet. There we are. So you're going to spawn some armored. Once they die, you'll notice they drop, and we do get count for them. And at this point, our guy comes in, so we can talk to him. We can loot a chest. Random loot, nothing special. And he basically goes on to talk a little bit about the threat of the weave, which is important later on. And so he wants us to, gives us a code, Knucklebone, and we're going to want to head to the door down below. So to the north, we can head down below. So if we had hopped right down below from the beginning, obviously we would have to at some point come back up, backtracking to that point, so that we'd be able to do that fight and actually get that information from him there. So here we have two directions. Now they did say to head down, so that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to keep heading down here. And apparently get some lag. Alright, so at this point, again, we have two directions. Off to our left, or east on the map, we have a whole bunch of will-o-wisps. And not much else, despite it looking like a secret door. We do want to head off to the right and kind of again continue down deeper inside here. Now we do have paths again that branch off to the left here. As you see, just a few more will-o-wisps. So again, we just want to continue heading south. Now this will actually lead us back down to that kind of ravine that we jumped in. So from here we do just want to proceed through it, heading to the, I guess this would be northwestern section. And we're gonna just head to the door. This is where we'll use our code word, which was Knucklebone. And here we go. So if you hadn't picked up that password before this point, it wouldn't give you actually that dialogue option. So it would still have the door. We would not be able to proceed past. So now we're going to hop down in here. And again, we have some more forest tags. This time, as you see, they are named, or at least one of them is. Now again, killing the hags will eliminate some of these enemies, not all. So just watch yourself. Alright, so there we go. So once she dies, we can actually head south here and just destroy her eye. So in order to do this, as you're noticing, it's not actually letting us target it. You need melee. Or some type of blast damage here. At which point we can grab our chest. And we're just going to want to continue around and through our door right here. So at this point there are a set of shrines as we are getting towards the end fight, which was that hag that we had originally seen at the very beginning. But before we get to that point, again, we just gotta head up. Alright, so here we go. So we're almost there. I know it's a long ways up. We got some more armored guys. Now again, if we kill the forest tags, oh, these ones are not going away. Normally when you kill the forest tags, it gets rid of our animated armors. Now, through our door here, as you see, the lever is locked. We can unlock it and head through, giving ourselves a nice little trap. As you can imagine, we're not actually seeing a trap, which means the chest itself is exactly what you think it is, and it's a mimic. Now, on top of it being a mimic, there are some will-o-wisps, but I mean, ultimately, they're not so bad. Once they're dead, we can actually go ahead and grab the actual loot and just push forward. Now, here we do have 2 paths to go up. So, from here, we can actually head up right here. This will lead up here, or again, we can head up the ramp right there, which would, you know, avoid things. Again, it really doesn't matter, but ultimately we need to head to the top, pull our lever. We do have a nice little shrine. off to the left here. Kind of some mudmen. Again, just additional paths you can head down to get more kills. And some collectibles. Now at this point, again, we do want to head south. And that will lead us up to our very end fight with Frelga.
In the distance, shattered dreams.
So as you'll notice, we have a few
They cannot answer my
hags up here.
but what about
Now there is a little bit of a cheaty sneak spot, and that involves you kind of getting up top. Now one thing to point out is there are some hags in here. Now I do recommend targeting the hags first. As honestly spellcasters are annoying. Now these guys, though they kind of are spellcasters, I mean they're not nearly as bad. As even with a little bit of reflex and some acid resistance, they really don't do a lot of damage. Now, once you've taken out the trash mobs, pretty much just go ham and take out the night hag. There we go. Once she dies, quest complete, we can go ahead and grab our loot. So as you see, it took 20, we got 24, almost 25,000, and it only took 16 minutes. So again, not too terribly long for the quest. From here, all that's left is to recall out and turn in. So hope you guys enjoyed the quest. It's been a blast, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one all.